Good evening. It's Thursday. It's just gone well, it's not even 8 o'clock, is it? Christ, I almost slipped into my normal intro there. It is just before 8 o'clock. This is your third dosing of Total Video Gamers this week and your second Total Evercade this week. So aren't you lucky? Aren't you lucky? And eagle-eyed viewers will have spotted that we also have a extreme guest of honor with us this evening. So let's go introducing the panel. We'll see who's in the chat, and then we will get nattering away about the thing that we're all here to talk about. So we have got Blunners.
Hello everyone, I've done my usual, I've done a gift and actual, you have leveled up, so I hope you enjoy that membership on me. Let's get on with the showcase.
Super duper. We have got Triangle Face Tim.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, my friend. We have got the man, the myth, the legend, Derek Sir Top and Hat.
Good evening. Yeah, I'm super excited. Not only is it the showcase, but obviously we've got the guy below who's about to be introduced with us, and I think that's absolutely fantastic. If you don't already follow him on Twitter, give him a little follow. He's got Evercade stuff on Atari, VCS, all sorts of stuff, and he's a great guy.
Super. So without further ado, our guest of honor this evening, all the way from across the pond, we have Retro Rich from the BIC Productions. Good, well, morning, afternoon, Rich. I'm not sure what that is for you.
Yeah, it's just about 3 o'clock over here. Thank you guys so much for having me. It's been, it's been a long time coming. I know we've been talking about sharing time on each other's shows and everything. It's just good to be here. Thanks for having me.
No, man, it's great. It's I think this is going to be really good fun to have a live reaction with people from Britain, yourself representing the States, and just see what it is that we've got coming, because the showcases have been much missed. They've been coming through thick and fast this year. There's been sort of middling to up, I would say, responses. I don't think anyone's been particularly disappointed. Everybody's been either like, that's okay, or that's really cool. So yeah. I'm intrigued to see what comes today. I know there's been the odd leak here and there because, what would it be without Amazon leaking something early? I think
I've not seen the leaks. Yeah, I've managed to avoid all the leaks. So
yeah.
See. Do you want to say hello to some of the people in the chat?
Yes. Let's do that, because we have got 2 minutes to do. We have got Colm. Good evening, Colm. Nice to see you, my friend. Mr. Skippins, it would not be the same without you, dude. Good to see you. We have got Mark M.
It's not. There we go.
Archive Gig in the house. Lovely to see you. It's all Ryan.
Oh, Ryan.
Wonderful to see you, Ryan. Hopefully I'll get to see you soon. Lamini Pie, good evening, Lamini. I hope you've been keeping good. Gamertron as well. Gamertron, howdy. It's good to see you too. Oh, Rob Taylor, it genuinely wouldn't be the same without you, my friend. I hope you're keeping good, buddy. Tales from the Junkland Waste. Good evening, Tales.
Nigel, not sure who this individual is.
Got 1 minute.
1995. Oh, okay, we've got to go through. Let's quickly.
Chris Dunham. Good evening, Chris Dunham.
Quite a few names. We've got Nick C. Vernon.
There's
we've got guests also in the chat. We've got, that's us. We've got MI Tech.
MI Tech, indeed. Dave Newland. Oh, always good to have you here.
Oh, good. Over 50 people.
There's a lot of people here. Good evening,
that's
Gene
awesome.
Joke. It's great to see so many people coming in for every show this week, because that's wonderful to see. Because otherwise, I feel like we just saturated you with absolute nonsense.
I think we have spotted everyone in the chat, but if I have missed anyone, apologies, because I am trying to keep up with the comments.
Click. Oh, this is exciting. What have we got? 60 seconds. 60 seconds.
Also, I realise every time I show a comment, I'm covering Rich.
Sure.
So if I go, oh, hi, Rob, bye, Rich.
It's all good. It happens all the time with the Evercast. So it's all good.
Yeah, there's no good way to display things with chats, and there's always someone. It used to be me. I used to get the before we started paying for StreamYard, I used to get the duck. And if we did something like this, the duck would appear over my face. Always.
Right, we've not got long.
So I will say, if anybody knows some of the spoilers, please don't put them in the chat because there are a few people who have not seen any of the spoilers yet. So let's not ruin the fun for those that have deliberately tried to avoid some bits. Outside of that, once everything's announced, as always, speak your mind, and everything should all be good and dandy.
Nice.
Oh,
that's what I'm hoping for all those new SNK edition consoles. Let's hope so. That's what I'd like to see.
That'd be a dangerous announcement for my wallet.
Oh, it's. I think we're really looking forward to SNK in the UK because it wasn't. I don't think it was maybe quite as big or prevalent as it was over in Japan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you getting the sound, guys?
Yeah, it's very loud.
Oh, the countdown's on. Wait, the anticipation is almost over.
Can you tear it down at all, brothers?
Yeah. Looking into it now.
If that isn't a fan, right.
Yep. It sounded like it was turning down, but it might actually just be the music's gotten quiet.
There you go. I can go quieter there, but you might be able to hear it.
Yeah, I'll go down a fraction more because it's really loud.
There we go.
Ooh, that's a good volume.
I don't know why that's loud. I've just done
That's all right. How are people in the chat? How's the volume for people in the chat?
Should be okay.
Excellent.
Yeah, because it'll be off if I go any lower.
I don't quite understand this reference. It's why is Trongaface going all Phil Mitchell in here? What is going all Phil Mitchell? Because I don't watch EastEnders.
Here we go in 10 seconds. Come on.
Come on, that 10-second countdown. Let's have it.
Do it.
It's like New Year, isn't it? 5, 4.
Yep, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There we go.
Peggy 16.
Oof.
Hello, and welcome back to the Evercade Showcase. We're here to celebrate 5 years of Evercade and bring you some more great announcements of things that are coming this year. But if you haven't been here for the last 5 years, then let's take you on a quick trip down memory lane.
This handheld was
have a
really
little quick
designed
trip.
for people who understand the retro gaming market and how important physical media is.
My original handheld.
Huh? We can't win. Had it too loud. Now it's too quiet. So we've got turn it up requests in the chat.
A good retro gaming product. I think it's a fantastic
How's that,
package
guys?
offering
Is that a bit better?
experience.
Now we've got the Evercade EXP. There she is right there. They really upped it with this one. So let's check this thing out real quick. The D-pad is very responsive. All the buttons feel nice.
Wow, I did need to take a look at this Blaze Super Pocket, and what a little gadget it is.
The Evercade VSR. We'll plug this in and try it out just for a quick minute. It's neat being able to just plug in a cartridge. I like that.
The Evercade Alpha, it is a bar top arcade.
Yeah.
Evercade started in 2020 with 10 cartridges and 176 games on one
my original
handheld system.
is now
By the end
top.
of 2025, there will be over 60 cartridges and over 600 games across multiple Evercade compatible systems. And since day one, the thing that unites all of those systems, all of the players, all of the fans and communities is still the one same thing. Physical cartridge with a full color manual, all inside a case that looks great on your shelf. Classic physical retro gaming experience the way it should be. We've got a lot to come during this showcase, including a lot of new cartridges that will be coming in 2025. But before we get there, let's show you another way to play them.
Oh,
Peggy 12.
it's the carts we want to see, but is it going to be the Alpha people think?
No, it is in fact Bubble
is.
Bobble Barter.
Ooh, Bubble Martin.
Okay.
10 games. Yep, 8-inch display. And it comes with the marquees, Bubble Bobble, Space Invaders, and Ratman.
Okay. Oh, that looks like a new part.
Okay.
Yeah. Windjammers. Friends.
November. Okay, it's a bit of a wave.
Okay. Same price. Oh, that's actually a bit less, isn't it?
It's
$199.
The
Yeah, that
Evercade
seems like that
Alpha
might be a bit
is
less.
back. This new Taito edition features 10 games, including all of your favourites: Bubble Bobble, Space Invaders, Rastan, The New Zealand Story, Puzzle Bobble, Elevator Action, and more. And of course, fully compatible with all Evercade cartridges. All of this in an officially licensed Taito design with swappable marquees, just like the Alpha you know. This new Evercade compatible Bar-Top arcade will release in November 2025, and until it comes out, it will be available at a special pre-order price of £199.99, €229.99, and $259.99. Pre-orders for this new Evercade Alpha Taito edition open on May the 30th. That's tomorrow.
Okay.
There'll also be more Evercade Alpha Street Fighter and Mega Man edition stock coming this year. So if you
That's
haven't
good
had
to
the
hear.
chance to get your hands on an Evercade Alpha, now is the time to change the game. Taito may
Okay.
be quite familiar to those of you that have a Super Pocket system, but for
Oui, oui,
Evercade,
oui.
they're a brand new partner. And over the last 5 years, we've had the privilege of being able to publish collections on physical cartridges and on our hardware from some of the greatest names in gaming. But we've also been able
Just
to provide a
say, the games
spotlight
that
to
are on
some of
that
the games
Evercade
that people
Alpha
may
are
not have
identical
discovered.
to the
Everything
Super
from
Pocket.
small modern retro
Yeah, they're the
indie
same
games
one.
to larger
okay.
budget productions to forgotten gems. And all of this has been available to us thanks to our partners, IP owners, and licensors that we've worked with. We'd just like to say thank you to all of our partners for the last 5 years of Evercade.
I mean, it's not the Alpha I wanted, but
Speaking of
It's
partners,
also
let's move on
not-
to some new ones, hey?
it's also
Earlier
not the
this
worst.
year, in the previous Evercade showcase, we revealed our new products with Neo Geo. The Super Pocket Neo Geo edition is still available to pre-order right now, and it will be released in June 2025. The first Neo Geo arcade cartridge for Evercade will now be available to pre-order tomorrow, May the 30th, and
That's
it will
exciting.
release in August 2025. But that's not all from Neo Geo
on, what
that's
we got?
coming this year.
Oh, okay, here we go. What we got?
more Neo
What we
Geo.
got?
Arcade 2.
Oh, and 3?
Yeah, okay.
2 and 3 was that?
Great shit. Fuck.
Cool. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Was that Kira?
Marlo.
Then
And Goku 2. And
Yep, and
3.
third as well.
Slug 3.
3.
Metal Slug fans will be
Yes,
happy.
Violet, okay. Samurai Showdown 2 is awesome.
That's
Sidekick.
ridiculous.
Alright,
Oh,
other than
Wait,
that's cool.
87.
Alright.
Wow.
Nice. That's good games on there.
Yeah.
Do you know, that's
Is that
two
Kira
very
Mark of the
good-
Wolves? I
Neo
saw?
Geo Arcade 2 and 3
Yeah, I
will be coming to Evercade in October 2025 with 6
See.
Neo Geo games on each cartridge. Great titles like Metal
Hopefully they'll
Slug
share
2
it again.
and 3, The King of Fighters 97, Galu Mark of the Wolves, and more. Both collections will be
Nice.
available to pre-order from August the 29th, 2025, and they will cost £19.99, €24.99,
Not even
or
giga- not even gigas.
$29.99 each. But for now, let's turn our attention to something that's coming alongside the first Neo Geo arcade cartridge
Oh,
collection
yeah, there's
this
a card
August.
next to it.
And indie game fans, you won't want to miss this.
Oh,
Here we
what?
go.
Peggy
It's
12.
my guys. Let it out, boys.
This is, yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
what is this?
This was. No, it's still in. Badger Punch.
There they
Oh,
are.
Set up and
nice.
that's
My
favorite.
Norwegian buddies, Badger Punch games.
Ah,
Nice.
We saw this at Debug Awards earlier in the year. Look,
triangle face all over this.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. Just to say, this is an all-new, enhanced version of the Amiga original, developed specifically for the Evercade version.
Wow.
Awesome. Oh, nice.
Man. These guys are really, really cool. They had they had the physical Amiga product at the Debug Awards that people could buy. It was just absolutely stunning. So this is going to be.
Oh, is that the same team? So top Matt?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Rogue 64 was so good.
Yeah, man, I don't know if anyone remembers Hero Quest back on the Amiga. This is obviously a very similar sort of setup to that, if you remember that.
Yeah. So Derek, you said this is going to be a slightly enhanced version to the one that was available before?
It is. Yeah, it's going to be a slightly enhanced version. Also, here's a little snippet. That cartridge there will come with a double-sided poster.
Ooh.
That's an exclusive here for the podcast.
Very cool.
Obsolete, yeah. I missed that leak, so I'm happy.
Roguecraft DX is the newest version of the award-winning game from Badger Punch Games, and it is the second solo release on Evercade, following on from the release of the acclaimed Full Void in 2023.
Yep. Which is
this
great.
Amiga game comes from the makers of Rogue 64, a bonus game that's available on Evercade systems right now. To tell you a little bit more about the game, who better than the developers themselves?
My name is Ricky Sickinger. I am the programmer of Roguecraft DX, one half of Badger Punch Games.
Hey, I'm Henning Ludvigsen. I'm the art guy over at Badger Punch Games. Badger Punch Games has been around since 2010. It's just me and Ricky making small retro-style games in our spare time.
Roguecraft DX
I think I could just get Henning to read me an audiobook. It's a fantastic
crafted
accent.
for fans of classic dungeon crawlers and inspired by Lovecraftian horror. Roguecraft DX is an evolution of the game Roguecraft that we released on the Amiga last September, which itself was an evolution of Rogue 64.
By the way, Rogue 64 is also a secret game on Evercade. Roguecraft DX is the next step up from the original Roguecraft, a deluxe edition, built specifically with Evercade in mind.
Oh, really?
More
So it's
potions,
straight
more
one after.
monsters, more room variations, and more music.
A lot of features have been improved or tweaked for smoother gameplay, and we've also thrown in some brand new ones. Now there's a high score table, a fun achievement system, and a whole bunch of awesome new music tracks.
Basically more of everything.
It's a big step up.
This would be phenomenal if it manages to have the mouse support with it as well.
Evercade players everywhere. We are really proud to represent the Amiga community on such an awesome retro system.
We've added lots of extra content to the game to make sure the Evercade fans get something special.
Roguecraft DX will be available to pre-order from tomorrow, May the 30th.
What an announcement. That's a great
£19.99, €24.99, or $29.99.
Great stuff so far.
This new single game collection will release in August 2025 alongside Neo Geo Arcade 1. Last time on the showcase, we announced brand new versions of the Evercade VSR and EXPR. These new solo products are just the hardware, but bundles will be available from retailers with Evercade cartridges. Well, we can bring you some more information on these consoles right now. Pre-orders for these new consoles will open on June the 30th, 2025, and you'll be able to get your hands on them when they release in September 2025. As for the pricing, the Evercade VSR Solo will cost £89.99, €109.99, or $119.99. The Evercade EXPR Solo will cost £99.99, €119.99,
That's a good
or
price.
$119.99.
Yeah.
You'll be able to find
Under
out
100.
more about what cartridge
good.
bundles are available from your local Evercade retailers. Speaking of cartridges, we've got two more to announce in this showcase. So let's get to them right now.
Peggy 16.
Oh, you're going to like this.
This really is the year of the carts, isn't it?
Oh, nice.
What?
Taito Arcade 1
Yeah,
and 2.
you wanted them. Here they are.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
Space Invaders, Space Invaders.
Space Invaders in Taito mode.
What more is there to like? Bubble, bubble, come on.
Love Bubble Bubble.
Yeah.
Ooh, Colony 7 too.
Oh, that's a classic. That I always enjoy that one.
Wow.
Pirate Pig.
It's nice to see it's not just redos of the games that are already available on the Super Pocket. There are actually some new games here.
Yeah.
Operation Wolf.
Operation Wolf.
Yeah.
It's nice actually
New
to have
Zealand.
Rastan available to play on the versus on the big screen.
Yep.
September.
That's- Those are great collections.
Taito arcade games are not just available on Evercade hardware, but they're coming to Evercade cartridges as well for the first time.
That's
These
great.
two arcade cartridge collections will feature 9 great games on each cartridge from the legendary developer. That
Yeah.
includes Space Invaders, Bubble
Wow.
Bubble, Operation Wolf, The New Zealand Story, Elevator
I
Action,
don't like Rainbow
Rastan,
Islands.
and
Just to be
so
fussy.
many more.
Carousel Stars wouldn't have gone
Both
miss
collections
either.
will release together in September 2025, and you'll be able to pre-order these cartridge collections on July the 30th, 2025. And each collection will cost £19.99, €24.99, or $29.
Just going on Ryan's comment there.
That's all
Some of
our
the games
product
are
announcements
the
today,
same
but there's a
as the
couple
one
of
on the Super
surprises
Pocket.
left to give you.
I'm just flicking through my Super Pocket now, but not all of them. There's a few on here that aren't on the carts.
Here we go.
Most
We're
of the
going
ones on the
back.
carts.
Original Evercade boot video is back. Following an update
Hey.
that will be available from tomorrow, you'll be able to select the original boot video as your boot video on your device. But that's
Amazing.
not the only thing coming this anniversary. For new Evercade fans, if you sign up to our newsletter, you'll not only get a free wallpaper, but also an exclusive code to use in the new coupon section of the Evercade menus. This will unlock a free bonus game. But don't worry, for anybody that's already signed up, we'll be sending you a code on email at the conclusion of this show. If you do want to sign up, simply scan the QR code on the screen now or visit evercade.co.uk to get the latest news, releases and our regular newsletter. And that's all for the Evercade Anniversary Showcase. We'll be back later this year with a deep dive on Roguecraft DX ahead of its release, so you can find out more about this new and exciting indie game. Don't forget, the Neo Geo Arcade 1 cartridge collection and Roguecraft DX will be available to pre-order from tomorrow, May the 30th, as well as the new Evercade Alpha Taito edition. But don't worry, that's not it for Evercade this year. With 15 cartridges coming in 2025, there's still 3 more cartridge collections to go. We'll bring you more news on them later in the year.
Three
But for
more.
now, thank you very much for watching, and thank you for joining us for the last 5 years of this great journey of physical rediscovery into the golden ages of gaming. Remember to sign up for our newsletter, follow us on social media, or subscribe to our YouTube channel to see the latest trailers and content about Evercade. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Well, that definitely
Wow.
that definitely didn't have things in it that I thought it would. That's genuinely quite refreshing. I think there's probably going to be lots to say on a few of these things. So as Blunder's been beavering away, throwing in some titles there.
Yes. So if you go into the banners, you can
Let's have
see
a
them
look what
all,
we
and then
got.
I can then show.
Where
I don't know which
are
one.
we?
I don't know in order that they were announced.
Okay, so let's
You got
go
to go into
with.
the Evercade podcast one.
There we go. Let's go for the first one, which is the Taito Alpha. Blunners, the Taito Alpha. How did this sit with you? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, well, this is what was spoiled for me earlier when I had to quickly come off social media. But yeah, I thought it'd be all right. I was hoping they're gonna get a Neo Geo. I'm not gonna lie, but I think this one will do all right. Yeah, so fingers crossed. and also they announced that there was more coming. There's some more shipment stock coming in for the others. So yeah, for me, I would say it's okay. It would be good to go alongside the other alphas. Like this is alpha number 3 now, so yeah, not too bad.
Okay. I'll wait for Tim to finish having a cough there. Tim, and the Taito Alpha for you. What was? What are your thoughts?
Not for me. I was really keeping my fingers crossed for like a SNK sort of collection or something on an alpha. We've got Taito, but Taito's good for a lot of people. I think it's going to be a popular choice. I'm tempted now because they're going to get more stock of the Street Fighter one in. I might actually just go for the Street Fighter one because I was kind of holding off to see what the next one was in the hopes it's going to be like an SNK Alpha or something. But we've got a Taito one. I mean, Bubble, and Puzzle Bubble. It's got some good stuff on there. But I might be tempted to go for one of the other alphas, but then get the Taito carts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's kind of where I'm sitting at the moment.
Okay. Rich, what is your thoughts?
So I think the Alpha is going to be one of those products that Blaze is going to be pushing into as far as getting more people outside of the general sphere of Evercade into the ecosystem. So whereas you see a lot of these things that may or may not be for people like myself, I'm not one of those countercade collector guys. So I see it. It's a cool product. I really like it, but as it's just been said, twice, I'm gonna join in the chorus. Where's the SNK one? I want that glorious red and white one so bad.
Yeah.
And it seems though like there might be still a chance. They did the last thing in pairs. They love doing things in pairs. We got one. You never know.
Yeah.
You just never know. I'm still holding out hope to see if we can see that red one. And the second it gets announced, I'm in. But yeah, as far as that goes, I mean, Taito's great. That's a lot of like really great nostalgia for people that want to pick one up. So yeah, I could definitely see that moving for sure.
Yep. And Derek, the Taito Alpha. What are your thoughts on this alpha release?
Well, ever since the alpha's been released, I've been inboxed from people who want a Taito Alpha. Well, now here it is. It's signed and sealed. People have got what they want. Was a big fan of Taito years ago. I still am. It's up there with the likes of Namco, almost. So, and the games on there, as I say, aren't bad. For me, what would have sold it to me was Rainbow Islands and Paracel Stars on there. Those two missing. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite come up high enough. But it's still a great product. And if people haven't jumped in and they haven't got an alpha, then obviously that's an ideal way. There's a lot of people that are collecting them all. So, I mean, this is an essential one to the collection. It's not to say there might not be an SNK one later this year, but at the moment, we're focusing on that Taito one. And therefore, I mean, who doesn't want 2-player with their friends round on Bubble Bobble? I mean, that is just a fantastic game. And no better way to experience it, really, than on a bigger screen. On the Super Pocket, it's okay, but I can tell you, you'll have a much better experience enjoying it right there on the Alpha. So, yeah, for me, it's a great addition to the collection.
Yeah, it's not the alpha, as everyone has said, it's not the alpha I thought that was going to come. I've got my Taito Super Pocket, which I enjoy very much. But most of the games are sort of arcadey style games. They are arcade games. They're games that you would have played in that sort of format. So to have them in that format, it's great. I think there is definitely going to be a market for this product. I don't think it's going to be me, unfortunately. But it looks great. It really does look like a really good product. These alphas are designed incredibly well. It's not I'm glad they started with this, because I think of all the announcements, this is probably my least favorite thing. But that doesn't mean that there isn't a place for it. It's just probably not going to be in my game room. But it's fine if you don't have any of the Taito stuff and you're a big Taito fan. I know Bubble Bobble does have a really big fan base. So do things like, New Zealand Story. There's, if you're able to play those on that, this is going to be a big hit for people. So yeah, I think it was an okay one. So
it's a great color scheme, by the way. I'm loving the joystick and I'm loving the buttons. I'm really, really digging that. So yeah, I mean, that is really, really special. How somebody doesn't want that on the side, I'll never know.
Oh man, when they showed that system as it turned on the side and you just got that lovely baby blue and the bright white writing, it was it's a very, very well designed system for sure. So let's jump into the first of the cart announcements. Now, they did say this year was going to be year of the carts, and they certainly weren't lying.
No.
So that first cart announcement we got was Neo Geo Arcade 2 and 3. The first cart isn't out yet, as we'll get to in a minute, due for pre-order tomorrow. But then they announced carts 2 and 3. So, Blunners, Neo Geo Arcade 2 and 3. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm getting all of the Neo Geo stuff. To be honest, I wasn't like majorly, didn't really know a lot about Neo Geo back in it. And not until obviously I've started doing the videos and then started playing the games on it and absolutely love it. Metal Slug 2 is obviously going to be phenomenal. I've played Ninja Commando, Sengoku 2 I've played as well. Not as crazy as Sengoku 1, but yeah, I'll definitely be getting this one. Definitely.
Excellent. And Tim, Neo Geo Arcade 2 and 3. There's definitely some games on this that are right up your alley.
Absolutely. I think Mark of the Wolves, definitely. I mean, any of the Metal Slugs I do like. And then Art of Fighting 2. Cross Swords is a good one as well. I have played a bit of that in my arcade cabinet. I do like that. So yeah, I don't think there's anything I don't like on that cart. So that's a big win for all 6 games there. All look good. And then we've got the second cart in there with more. So yeah, 2 carts worth. Yeah, what's not to like? I think that's a really good collection.
Yeah.
Also it's not a Giga cart. It's not Giga cart, so you're not paying that extra money for it as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
do you know what I mean? I think that's just, it makes it even more tempting.
It does. We're not paying that Giga tax, are we? It's
no Giga tax. Yeah.
Unless
the only the only tax that's going to be attacking is going to be Rich with those those glorious,
mean, isn't it?
glorious tariffs. Unfortunately, we'll have to work out whether it's cheaper for us to send you a copy from the UK rather than it would be to order it out there. Yeah. We'll do a price comparison.
Well, so there actually is a ray of hope with all of that stuff going on, because I asked some questions in relating to like the MSRP pricing, and I got confirmed from somebody over at Funstock that the MSRP pricing is not going to apply on Funstock orders. So the US price, because they just do pound conversion at the time of order. So even though the whatever the tariff or extra fee will still apply on delivery, ordering through Funstock, the carts will actually still be at that lower price. So
that's good.
Yeah, you kind of get a little, get a little bit of a breather there. But the other vendors will be like, it might be the opposite. So the other vendors like an Amazon or a California or something like that, they'll be at $29.99, but they might not have the fee. So like kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. But I'm a Funstock guy, and I've been a Funstock guy for like the entire time. So it actually made me a little happy to hear, like, I might have to go through a little rigmarole to get my carts, but the SRP is still going to be basically the same as it's been.
Yeah,
that's huge.
Yeah, they haven't abandoned you, which is good.
Yes.
Blunders, can we scroll down to the other collection as well? Is this Arcade 1 and 2 here?
No, so this is just 1, but I didn't know if you were going to go through, ask everyone about this 2, and then I'll go to 3.
Yep, okie dokie. So, Rich, Arcade Collection 2.
That's a slam, like grand slam right here for me, because all I really wanted when they said Neo Geo was like, I want Mark of the Wolves, because Mark of the Wolves is such a great game, and here it is, and I'm like, sweet. And then on the same cart, you're getting Metal Slug 2, Art of Fighting 2, Sengoku 2, and Cross Swords. And I'm like, all right, this cart's great. Yeah, it's just awesome. So, super excited. And I'm pretty excited about the third cart too, because again, there's another set of great games, in the list. But Mark of the Wolves is the one. So
yeah. Okay. And Derek, Neo Geo Arcade 2, initial thoughts?
It's great to see that they're continuing with the Neo Geo cartridges. There's a lot of fans out there. Unfortunately, I'm not really in that fan base. I did play a large amount of Neo Geo in arcades as a kid, but I'm kind of over it now, I would like to say. And there's nothing there that would set me on fire, or I'd play it once and then probably never think about it again. I'm onto different styles of challenges these days, and unfortunately, there's just nothing there for me. But that's okay. That's the whole idea of a community. It's about other people too and what they like. So I like to see other people getting the cartridges they want. I've got mine in Roguecraft, so happy days.
For me, there's so many games on these collections that I haven't actually played. So I'm just looking forward to just fully absorbing myself in Neo Geo madness, really. Always wanted a console. They're always so expensive. There's never going to be an opportunity that I think I'm ever going to be in a financial situation where I just have that money spare to drop on a Neo Geo. So hearing people talk about things like Mark of the Wolves, I've never played it. Everybody says it's phenomenal. Obviously, Rich has just said some very good things about it. So it's, aside from like Metal Slug, everyone's played Metal Slug. Everybody's got Metal Slug on every system going. And yes, I am still excited that Metal Slug is coming to these collections. But there's so much on here that I haven't played. So for me, this is going to be a really fun experience, and really, if anything, makes me want an alpha more, because I feel like that's going to be the way to play these games. That's going to be the way. Just before we jump on to collection 3, I am just going to highlight this because we always do, and people do that. Tales from the Junk, thank you so much. That's a really generous thing for you to do for people. That's really kind of you. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate you. So collection 3, we have got another 6 games, and again, like Brandon says, these are arcade collections. These aren't gigataxed ones.
Well, this is collection 3, so I think we just had collection 2 on the screen.
Yep.
This is collection 3 now.
Collection 3. So this has at least one game on it that I have played. But let's go round. So Blunder's collection 3, another hit for you as well.
Yeah, I'm quite liking the look of these. And also a big shout out for the artwork on both on the carts as well, because I think it's really cool. That's why I had to quickly jump off and just get the amiibo up just to show everyone. There's a little Terry Bogard amiibo, but yeah, it's King of Fighters 97, Metal Slug 3, Samurai Showdown. I've played as well. I've played a few of these through doing the Super Pocket video, but yeah, I mainly will be getting these so I can play Metal Slugs on the arcade, through the arcade. But yeah, and it hasn't got that gigatax on it, so I'm more than happy to part with 20 quid for it.
Yep. Tim, collection 3, is this still ticking some boxes?
It is, yeah. I mean, Samurai Showdown is a great fighting series, which I think often gets overshadowed by others, but is definitely a good one. More Metal Slug. I think they've done quite a good job, actually, to spread the Metal Slug games across the carts, because as good as Metal Slug is, a lot of them are very much the same. So it does feel very samey. You're not going to play through them in order, are you? You're going to pick them up, put them down. So to put a different Metal Slug game on all these different carts and locations, I think is a wise move. King of Fighters 97, there's loads of King of Fighters games, but 97, I think, is well regarded as being a really good one. I've actually got I've got the King of Fighters 97 like HD version on my Steam Deck, which I play quite a bit. But yeah, that's a really fun one.
Yeah.
So yeah, all strong carts, I think. All those
Yep.
Neo Geo ones are good. So I
Yep.
could be tempted just to get all 3.
Excellent. And Rich, Collection 3, is this still ticking boxes for you?
Yeah, definitely. This is another one that has like some pretty, what I guess, over here might be considered like seminal titles. Samurai Showdown 2, King of Fighters 97. It's talked about a lot in a lot of different places. You'll go to an arcade here in the States, you'll wind up finding Spence. Well, you wind up finding those, like a cabinet that has those games in it, more often than not. So that's really cool. I like the fact that, again, that that the Metal Slugs are being separated as well. Because I thought for sure that's, it might have been that the publisher would have wanted all of those, like, let's do collections by title this time, because a lot of times, in the negotiation, you might not have that card to play as the as the platform holder, right? So I was a little afraid that was going to go down that way, but this is very Evercade, and I like it. I like it a lot. And the other ones, Ghost Pilots, Twinkle Star Sprites, and Super Sidekicks are all discovery games for me. So I love a bit of discovery as well. So this is in for me.
Excellent. And Derek, how are you feeling about this collection? Is there stuff on here that more tickles your fancy than the previous one?
Years ago, I was a big Samurai Showdown fan. I've played a large amount of Samurai Showdown. They always go down well with people, and yeah, I mean, this one shouldn't disappoint. Recently, I did actually have a game of Super Sidekicks 3. I don't know how close that is to Super Sidekicks 1. I can't honestly remember from years ago, but there used to be a multi Neo Geo cabinet at the Sports Centre, and it used to feature, I think it was Super Sidekicks. But yeah, I played the third one recently, and we did have a good laugh. So hopefully, yeah, there's plenty there, especially on the versus. Get that multiplayer going, and yeah, I would say it's easily the best football game on the Evercade. Yep. So yeah, I mean that's going to be massive. And of course, King of the Fighters. Who doesn't love King of the Fighters? I think the first one I ever owned was on the Mega Drive that I bought. So yeah, I mean, great series and always great characters. So yeah, a lot of people. I think there's a lot to have fun there for people.
Yep. So for me on this, King of Fighters 97 and Metal Slug 3 are the two that I have played. The King of Fighters series is just a fantastic fighting game series anyway. I'm glad it never died. I'm glad it sort of always managed to find its way. It never quite got to the sort of hypes of Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, but it's always been the cool one, you know. And all the other games are going to be completely fresh plays for me. Who knows? I might even enjoy a football game. We'll have to see. You know, so far the only one that I can just about tolerate is Sensible Soccer, purely because it's just absolutely bananas. So this is also going to be a big. Can you before end? Yes, we'll do. So yeah, for me, all three of these Neo Geo carts are a must, an absolute must. I'm very, very excited. But
yeah, they both come in October, by the way. But I'm not sure you can pre-order them. But
I think it's a June. I'm sure the June was the pre-orders for these two.
What's the next one, Ollie?
But yes, moving on to the next one. So this one did take me by surprise because I didn't predict it. There was no way I'd predicted this one was going to come. That is, of course, Roguecraft DX. As we said during the stream, myself and Tim got to see this at the Debug Awards earlier in the year. The developers are fantastic guys. The game is a fantastic game. It looks superb. And to be able to see it on the Evercade is very, very exciting. Now, I know Derek said he was very excited for this one. So let's go to Derek first this time. So Derek, Roguecraft DX on the Evercade.
Well, obviously, we all love a bit of the Commodore Amiga, and I must admit, Roguecraft doesn't disappoint. I've been there even in the development stages of Roguecraft. I was asked to be a tester for it originally for the Amiga version. Yeah, I mean, this one, basically, you're going to brave the dungeons of Markoom again, you know. Beautiful pixel art, and I must say, this has got you perhaps can't pick it up there in the trailer, but this has got very, very atmospheric music. It's a new enhanced version over the Amiga original, and that's been developed specifically for the Evercade. So obviously later on they will disclose some of those things, but unfortunately at the moment there's an embargo on talking about that, so I can't give any hints or tips away about it. But trust me, it's worth it, and it really is a what I consider a serious enhancement for the game. I mean, you can see just how stunning that is. It's absolutely fantastic. And yeah, I mean, the minute I found out, I mean, I was in floods of tears. I really, you know, I've done all I can to bring this to the Evercade, and I think people will. They'll be thrilled. I mean, there's much bigger creatures than you can imagine. You don't see them there in the trailer that you will encounter in those rooms. And yeah, I mean, all those wonderful treasure chests. It's just the ideal sort of game I want to settle down in front of my open fire and play on a winter's evening. So, and as I've said before, as an exclusive for this podcast, there is a double-sided poster included in that case. So, I mean, that is another real bonus for this game. So, yeah, I think it's going to be very, very popular. And obviously, it's brilliant to see our second single cartridge. I can't personally think of a better one. I would rather have gone as the next single cartridge than Roguecraft, because Badger Punch Games are a brilliant company. They're lovely people. And yeah, I'm so excited for this. I'm excited really more for the community to try it than myself. That's how excited I am. And hopefully, as I say, it'll come at the end of August, which is a bit of a shame because we're all enjoying those summer holidays. I know I'm going to have a really long summer holiday on the beach, and nothing would have pleased me more than to have trundled down with my trusty EXP and had a go on that while I pick up a nice tan. But unfortunately, as I say, it's the end of August, which is a bit gruesome, and I'm not really going to get too much time on it. So for me, it might not be a pre-order. It might be one I pick up perhaps in October, November time, ready for the winter, rather than scramble to try and fit it in right at the end of the summer when we're all enjoying those summer holidays. But yeah, a fantastic game. And yeah, just wonderful, really. And I wish Badger Punch Games the very, very best. They do have another game, actually. It was a shame that wasn't included, but who knows? It might unlock something when you put it in.
So, Blunners, Roguecraft, how's this one sitting?
Yeah, so I didn't really know what to expect because this was something else I saw that was leaked, so I wasn't really happy about that. But that obviously this is all coming out before we even get to see it. But no, I know that Derek is a big supporter of Badger Punch Games, so hopefully he can have a word with the boys and get them on at some point. But yeah, I think Roguecraft, I'm happy. I'll definitely be supporting them just because they're Derek's mates. So I'll definitely be. I'll buy this one just because of that. Really, I want to support them. But it does look the pixel graphics, I think, looks excellent. It'd be interesting to see how it runs. And this is discovery for me because I've really played it before. So I'd be interested to see what it's like.
Excellent. And Rich, Roguecraft DX, is this your type of game?
Absolutely. And the coolest thing about this one is it's more of my favorite Evercade hidden game. Rogue 64 blew me away, like legit blew me away. Because I mean, to be honest, a lot of the cool things about the unlockable games is they're kind of like upgraded tech demo kind of things, right? Like something cool, little bite-sized appetizer kind of games. They're fun. Sometimes they'll do things like on a VS, plug a whole bunch of controllers in and show people you can do multiplayer, that kind of thing. Rogue 64 was just legit a really cool, awesome roguelike adventure, and it totally sucked me in to the point where I brought a whole bunch of games on a trip over the summer, the month it came out as a game of the month. And I didn't play anything else but Rogue 64 the entire trip.
Oh, wow.
And it made that much of an impact. So to get more of that on a cart, yeah, absolutely. And hat tip to spotlighting cool indie developers by giving them the one game cart treatment. Because I think that's really cool. So yeah, I'm definitely picking this up.
Yep. And Tim, Roguecraft 64, Roguecraft DX.
DX. Yeah, this is a must-have for me, so I'm definitely going to guess. I've got my Badger Punch coaster here to celebrate. You know, yeah, it does look really cool. I did enjoy hearing the guys talk about their game at the Debug Awards. It was good to see sort of the production of that and hearing the guys talk about it. So it looks like a game that's had a lot of love and attention put into it, and it's got a really good look and style to it. Yeah, this is definitely the kind of game that I look for in the Evercade. This is the kind of stuff that I've got into the Evercade for. So yeah.
Yep, and I concur with everybody. Anything that's vaguely Lovecraftian horror style is a big win for me. So, seeing this game at Debug, seeing the various additions they did for it for Debug as well, it just makes you appreciate people that still make games like this. I've really enjoyed the talk as did Tim on the development of the game. There is so much love and so much attention that has been put into this game, so it's going to be very exciting to play it. It's going to be very exciting for people to experience it for the first time. I think this one is a must. I think this was a perfect point in the showcase to highlight this one as well. We've just come off of a high of 2 very cool Neo Geo carts, and then we come into our second cart that is a single game, and it's an absolute banger as well. So this is fantastic.
Before we move on, do you think we'll be getting that special edition 1 cart treatment like we do with Full Void?
Oh,
because I really do hope we do.
I really would love that, because the Full Void one was a very nice touch that I didn't see coming. So for single carts, it's a blue label cart though. So will it get that? I don't know. I'd love to see it have a special edition, just purely because I loved all the physical versions that the guys had made for the game on the Amiga. It made me want to buy the game, and I don't even have an Amiga. I just wanted to have it because all the stuff was so cool and nice and tangible. So, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Let's hope for a special edition of some sort. That would be dead cool. Okay. So we jump across very quickly to the VSR solo information about that launching in September. We'll just skirt through this quite quickly. The price point I thought was decent. It's really good. Oh, you're very welcome, man. You can read me an audiobook, please. Your accent is so soothing. That got a bit weird. Apologies. VSR solo, yes, the pricing I think is pretty solid. I think for people coming into Evercade now, all the main products are now under £100, which is really appealing. I know it's $99.99 or whatever it is, but it's still under that £100 mark, and that price point is really quite specific in the UK. I know the pricing for the stuff in America was maybe a little bit higher. I don't know how that sort of price compares with the current VS pricing and the EXP pricing with yourself over in America, Rich.
So there is a bundle that's either going to be available or is available at $129.99 US for the VSR and the XPR plus Tomb Raider. So that makes it 10. That's a $10 difference in MSRP. So, I mean, if I was a consumer looking between those two, I would probably just go with a retailer that was giving me a bundle, because then that's $20 off a cart. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, and if I didn't already have that cart, then I would buy whatever that bundle was. So, but at $119 it's still not, it's not a terrible price either. So, so I mean, it was I kind of guessed, and in one of my news lines, I guessed that it was going to be $99, because you figured, oh well, you just remove the price of the cart and then there you go. But still, like $119 is still not, again, it's not terrible.
Yeah. Okay. Any of the other guys, do we have anything else we want to cover for the VS and the EXPR pricing or anything? Or we can just jump straight into the next arena?
I think we jump straight in.
Yeah, jump in.
Straight in. That is, of course, we can see it right there in front of us. The Taito Arcade 1 and 2 cartridges. So for a long time, Taito has been solely on the Super Pocket, which I have greatly enjoyed. We've now got the Taito Alpha coming, which is going to have its market for sure. However, Taito Arcade 1 and 2, this was a curveball. I didn't see this one coming at all.
Yeah.
And I have to say, it's a really pleasant surprise. It really is, because I enjoy the Super Pocket, but I always think I just would love to be playing these games on my VS, on my EXP, where it's just that little bit more comfortable. So to have physical carts now of Taito games, this is genuinely quite exciting. So Blunners, Taito Arcade 1 and 2, did this get you going?
Well, yeah, like you said, I was not expecting this complete curveball, but I think it'd be great. I do think, who doesn't like Space Invaders, and especially if you've got an alpha. I'm interested to play Growl. Looks quite good. Bubble Bobble is obviously, so it's kind of like what you'd get on the alpha version anyway. You're getting these in carts, so it's not too bad. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it would be all right. And it wasn't Giga price either, was it? So it was it wasn't part of that Giga collection, so it is cheaper. So yeah, so for me, they've done this is a good solid cart.
Yep, I agree. Tim, Taito Collections, what are you thinking?
Yeah, it's a good collection. I think the only thing that wouldn't make me jump on this is some of the other cart announcements they've got, which are more my kind of game. So I think, Roguecraft and some of the Neo Geos are probably going to be what I'm going to drop some money on. At that point, I'm probably not going to then stretch to like an additional 2 carts. But I think these carts will tick a lot of boxes for people. So anyone who's not got the Super Pocket or isn't planning on getting the Alpha, anyone that's already got an Alpha that wants to get the cartridge to get these games on there, I think that's a really good option. But yeah, the game's on it. Bubble Bubble, Space Invaders, Growl is a good one as well. It's got a good collection. So yeah, I think it's going to please a lot of people.
Indeed. Rich, Taito Collections, were these surprises to you, or is this something you thought, oh, maybe?
I definitely didn't think that if they were going to come, they were going to come this year. And I don't know why I thought that, but because I guess the only other thing was when they announced the Super Pocket, I would have figured, oh, okay, they're either going to do it and we're going to get those games on the cart right away, or something happened. It's like a Capcom situation, and we're just not going to get it. But here we are, looking at 2 awesome cartridges with games that now people have a choice, right? You can buy the carts and you don't have to get the Super Pocket if you want those games. And then for me, I can have them on my preferred place. So I love to play on my VS, so I can get that big screen. So, that's good. That's awesome for me because now I can get these games, I can capture them, do fun videos with them and like that kind of stuff. They're kind of unlocked from the device. So, I'm excited about them.
Yeah. And Derek, Taito 1 and 2, hit us with your thoughts, man.
Yeah, I mean, Taito, again, I spent a large amount of my childhood in arcades. I'm absolutely loving the cover art there of Space Invaders. The side of the cabinet was absolutely magic. So yeah, to see that obviously dominate what I would consider the kingpin, the thing that started it all on there, fantastic to see that. I mean, this cartridge has got some good games on it. Obviously, Space Invaders being the standout one, and Bubble Bobble. But yeah, there are some other good ones on there. The second collection, obviously, New Zealand Story, things like that. I think if I was going to jump in on anything Taito, probably I would start with the Alpha, and then perhaps, depending on how much I enjoyed that, branch into the cartridges. But as I say, I've spent a lifetime playing these games, and again, I'm not sure, I haven't quite reached the the level where I've perhaps had enough now. I'm reaching that kind of level. I know these games inside out, a lot of them. I can tell you all the special power-ups, where you'll find them, how to trigger them, what good high scores you can get, and how you'll get them. So yeah, I'm not sure I'm willing to jump in. I've been buying these since the 80s, the Taito coin-up collection I purchased on the Commodore 64 on cassette, and we used to have to wait hours for Bubble Bobble to load. And then I was lucky enough to get a disc drive, and I picked up a pack which had New Zealand Story, Rainbow Islands, and Bubble Bobble, and then we could load them from disc, and oh, that was heaven. It wasn't a great improvement, but it was a start. And but yeah, had something on here, had Rainbow Islands or Paracel Stars, yeah, I would be in there like a ferret down a hole. But unfortunately, as I say, luckily Blaze have done the right thing. They've kept those off of there, and hopefully, like a very tight Scotsman, I can keep my wallet in my pocket, but only time will tell.
Excellent. Is it just me, or I can't remember now? I can't remember now. Who hasn't talked about Taito yet other than me?
It's just you, mate.
It's just me.
You, mate. Go for it.
It's been a long day. It's been a long day. Yeah, total curveball. Didn't see it coming at all, but I am pleased that they are coming. I think similar to Tim, these will be things I will pick up, but there's just a couple of other things coming out. The Neo Geo arcade stuff, and of course Roguecraft. That's going to take my money straight away. Oh, dude! Today, I feel that my long day and your long day are probably quite different.
Yeah.
But so yes, but yes, the Taito stuff coming to cartridge is brilliant, because this just shows that not everything is locked behind a particular wall. As we talked about on Total Evercade earlier in the week, I think we're at this point now with Evercade where there's momentum, there's people that enjoy the product, people talk about it, people actually know what an Evercade is.
Pants.
We'll make it work, man. So having things like Taito commit to a cartridge now is great. Yeah. So who knows what this can bring for future cartridges? As you know, it's that. Because he's in the chat there, the fantastic Sean catchphrase of "never say never." It's just anything is on the table right now. So yeah, Taito 1 collection is a big hit for me, and I think the second one is also a big hit. I know Obsolete said the second cart for him had the better games. Just look at that artwork though. You've got New Zealand Story right on the front there.
Looks phenomenal, doesn't it?
It's so good, so good. So yeah, we'll quickly run through this, and also just before we do, it's nice to see 2 carts coming with lots of games as well. There's 9 games on each of these carts, and they're from the looks of things, they're all good games. So yeah, Blinders, quickly running through this one, collection 2.
Yeah, I think it looks really good. New Zealand Story, Operation Wolf. There's 2 that I've played. The other ones I'd have to actually play and see. I don't really know much about them. Liquid Kids looks all right. Yeah, so for me, like, I'm on the same boat as you guys. Obviously I'll be getting the Neo Geo stuff because I think that's phenomenal. But also the Taito stuff isn't looking too shabby either. So there's a good 3 games I've heard of, but yeah, I'll be interested to see other people's thoughts on the second collection.
Tim, second Taito.
Yeah, same sort of response to the first one, to be honest. It's a good collection. There's some good games on it. Great that we said about having 9 games on that cart. A lot of these I think will be really fun to play on an alpha. Just giving me more alpha FOMO. So I'm gonna have to bite the bullet at some point and get on an alpha. But I think this is a good choice. I know there's been quite a bit of talk and chat about some of the crossovers of the games that are already on Super Pockets or alphas. But having the games on a cart is something which I think fans have asked for. And having, like, some people might have an alpha or a Super Pocket but want those games on a cart. if they've got other systems. So, I think that does kind of cater to more people. For me, Roguecraft and the Neo Geo ones will take priority over this, but I'll see how the finances go. I might buy those carts and then go, you know what, I've got a bit more disposable income I can throw at some more carts. So yeah, again, it'll be on my wish list, but it might not be in my basket.
Yeah, excellent. And Rich, Taito Collection 2 is how are you feeling with this one?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's more stuff that got off of the Super Pocket device and onto a cart, which is great. I like Rastin. Rastin's a cool game, and a lot of the others I didn't play too much on the Super Pocket because of screen size. So looking forward to playing them on the big screen.
Yep. And Derek, second Taito, was there anything on there that really jumps for you?
Well, obviously, as Richard said, it's nicer to have it on the bigger screen. Things like Rastan R. Again, I've been playing it all my life. I've owned it on the Commodore 64. I then bought it on the Master System, which did a cracking version of Rastan, and so on. Yeah, I mean, I've had it, throughout my lifetime. So yeah, it's a brilliant game. It's better on the big screen. I think a lot of people, if you're going to play it, that's the way to do it, definitely. And again, New Zealand story. Again, I've owned it on multiple platforms over the years. In fact, on some platforms, I've owned it twice in different incantations. So, yeah, there's lots of great games on there. And of course, if people pick both up, who knows? It might even trigger a hidden game. So that could be well worth grabbing them both.
Oh, man. Yeah, same as me for the first one. It was a complete curveball, but having a collection 1 and a collection 2, again, both collections packed full of games again, both collection packed full of good games as well. It's great that we got Bubble on one and New Zealand Story on the other. I think that's, again, like with Metal Slug, it's just nice to have the two big hits, or my two big hits anyway, on two different carts. I just love that artwork for both of those as well. The artwork,
it's phenomenal, isn't it? That's why I've left it there.
Yeah, it's absolutely superb. So again, Roguecraft and the Neo Geo carts are going to be my big hits, but I have no doubt that I will be picking these up probably towards the end of the year myself as well. I think both carts are a big hit as well. Right, very, very quickly, because I know we're edging into that hour 10 mark now. The OG boot up video is back. that glorious sound. I won't do the noise. I'm not good with impressions. But that glorious sound. It was one of the things that I really missed when I parted ways with my original handheld Totoxo. It was going to do much better with him in his collection for somebody that wanted to have that. I just didn't play it anymore. I just played my EXP for my handheld and my VS for the console side of things. But yeah, man, I can't remember the last time I updated it, but I didn't update it to the point where I got the new boot in. So yeah, that's exactly it. Wow.
That's it.
So the fact that it's coming back and it's going to be an option, it's phenomenal for me. So it might just be a little thing, but it's something that I'm going to definitely enjoy. So, Rich, OG boot video,
love it. Yeah, and again, it's like one of those things that you can have options to flip back and forth. Yeah, good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a cool little feature for those who've been there since the beginning. Yeah, they want to get a little nostalgic. Awesome. Yeah. Yep.
Happy days, Blunders.
Yeah, definitely, mate. I will definitely have that on mine. Yeah, love it.
Yeah, it's like when PlayStation did their little anniversary this year, and you could have the original PS1 boot logo come up on your PS5. Oh man, it was the best. So it's got those sorts of feels about it. Tim.
Just wanted to cover this from David about the code for the secret game. They said that was on the website, and then it's on the newsletter as well.
Yep, it's in the email. I just checked it. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. I should probably check my email. My phone's not near me. Shocking.
confirming. Yeah, you get the recap email on there now, and you input a new section tomorrow. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Very nice.
Very nice indeed.
Yes, but my brain is now obviously. I'm going back a topic now. my brain's now racing with what could be the secret game if we get 2 Taito cards and put them in at once. There's got to be something there. That's what I'm thinking. Yes, back to the reboot. The reboot is good. I'm in agreement with everyone. Yeah, love a bit. And it's weird to be nostalgic about something that's only like 5 years old, but it still feels like, oh yes, I think where we've had the 5-year anniversary, we did our recap of Monday. There's a bit of recap at the start of the showcase. It's nice to actually stop and take a look back at where it all started.
It is half a decade.
Yeah. It's pretty wild. Like for me personally, it's one of those things where I realize, wait, I've been doing like content about this device before my second son was born. So Evercade is older than my second son, and it's like that is crazy. And he's just like just giant now, so it's crazy.
Yeah, there's nothing to age things quite like your own children. All of a
That's
sudden,
it.
you're like,
That's
are they
absolutely
older
right.
or younger then?
Well, one of my daughters was born sort of around the release of the Evercade and around the start of lockdown or in the pandemic. So I'm like, well, she's in school now and can talk and draw pictures and things.
That's right. Yeah,
she's like a proper little person now. She's not a baby.
Yeah.
What a cool thing to be a part of, though. You know what I mean? Like it's just really cool. I feel really blessed and privileged to be a part of it. So
yeah, it's good fun.
Yeah.
And then just rounding it out, Derek, the OG boot video. Does it bring back memories for you?
Absolutely. I mean, that is why we're all here. Nostalgia. Nostalgia hasn't got to be 30, 40 years ago. It can be as early as 5 years. But we all remember it. It all connects us as a community. We know what that sounds like, and we know what memories that triggers from having those first 10 cartridges and where Blaze was then to where it is now. I mean, even people like Nintendo started off once with trading cards and things like that. They weren't always the big N that we know now. So yeah, to have that on there and to give new people coming to it a chance to experience those sounds and sort of get a feel for where the Evercade began, I think that's brilliant. Yeah, it's a real mastery, and I'm sure a lot of people will have a lot of fun messing around with that.
Yep, completely agree. I know we've got Sean in the chat, but please don't give them any ideas about trading cards. I really can't.
With numbers on.
Man.
Oh my goodness, no.
Like, between
blind bags, isn't it?
Between Final Fantasy cards, Magic the Gathering, the odd Pokemon here and there, I stupidly decided I was going to go back and try and pick up some of the old Street Fighter like ones before the new set for the Universal Fighting System came out. Like, Sean, please, not yet.
He's coming after your
no. Shit.
Do you know, like, I didn't bite the bullet, but Limited Run did a booster box of Dreamcast cards, and I was like, oh god, and the artwork's phenomenal. I didn't bite the bullet because I was like, no, that's going to sell out. I'm just going to back away one day, and it still hasn't sold out. It's payday tomorrow. Shit.
Well, I heard that like early some early press kit or something like that Blaze sent out for the Evercade had like collectible cards or something, and I was like, no. I was like, I want to be one of those guys. Send it to me.
Yeah. So yeah, Sean, if you're going to go down the route of trading cards, can you give me at least 12 months notice so that I can apportion my funds appropriately?
I think you still got a kidney left, haven't you, somewhere?
You can sell a kidney.
Keep selling kidneys.
I totally feel you, Ollie, about that Final Fantasy set though. I've already got 2 booster boxes, 2 bundles, and 2 starters.
Is that for Magic's version or
Gathering?
Yeah.
They got me.
Yeah, they always do. I managed to stick really well with Magic, and we've gone off on a tangent now. But I managed to stick with Magic and just sort of keep it really casual. Stick with Innistrad stuff. Stick with the horror bit. Stick with the Lord of the Rings sets. Dabble in some of the other bits here and there, and then they had to go and bloody sign a license with Square Enix and do Final Fantasy shit, and you're like, for God's sake. So yeah, same as you do. Booster box, gift box. Yeah, my bank's gonna hate me next week, but I'm going to love it. It's just going to be a dopamine day for me.
Yeah.
Anyway, we digress on the topic of trading cards.
Don't tease me.
Oh, you got a couple.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh,
That's fair.
man.
Yeah, fly over there, sir.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel like we need those cards. Anyhow, this has been really good fun. I've really enjoyed being able to watch the showcase along live with you guys. It's been really good fun to have you along with us, Rich, as well. I know, like you said earlier, we've talked about it for a little while and we've just never been able to make the planets align. But for this one today, we've managed to make that work, which is fantastic. And hopefully we'll be able to make it work again with you guys and figure out a way to make time not be a weird factor of 5 hours difference. I'm sure we'll make something work.
Absolutely. Yeah. We got to get you guys on the other side too. We got to get you over on the Evercast on a Saturday morning somewhere. Yeah. That'd be pretty awesome to have you guys. And yeah, once again, thank you so much for having me.
You're more than welcome. Thank you everyone who stuck around in the chat and has joined us along in the chat as well. As always, you guys are absolutely fantastic. It's wonderful to see people agreeing, disagreeing, but above all, it's just wonderful to see everybody being respectful. And that's all we ever ask for in all of this. Nobody has to agree with you fully as long as you appreciate that what you don't like, somebody else is going to love. So we are all good. Thank you, Ryan and Sean from Blaze, for being in the chat as well. That is a genuine happy surprise. So thank you, Ricky, as well.
Great showcase as well, by the way. Well done,
mate.
Well done, mate. You've done brilliant.
Very good.
It really was. Some good curveballs, and you guys weren't lying. Year of the carts, and there's still more carts to come. So, can't wait, cannot wait. So again, just thank you everyone for watching along live. If you are catching up with this and if the wondrous YouTube algorithm has thrown this video into your feed and you are enjoying what you see, please do consider hitting that subscribe button because that helps us out a great deal. Also, if you've been here and you've enjoyed, please give that thumbs up a little cheeky push because that also lets us know that you've enjoyed the content and pushes it to other people who may enjoy the content as well. Thank you to Tails as well for gifting 5 memberships to people. That's always incredibly generous of someone to do that. I hope you guys enjoy some of the extra little bonuses that you can get for being a member. Hopefully, we'll be able to work out some giveaways soon. I know we've said we were going to do one for Evercade. We launched our new podcast earlier in the week, the Total Steam Deck podcast. Gave away some codes on that. So hopefully, maybe the next step we'll look at seeing if there's a card or something we can do as a giveaway. So all that's left to say is just thank you so much everybody for watching along live. Thank you again, Rich, to joining us from over the pond.
Thank you, mate.
We will see you all next week. So good evening and see you later.